G'day guys, welcome back to Subnautica. My goodness, it is finally the weekend and all I want to do is just play a bit of Subnautica. Now, in the previous episode, finally, we've obtained our home sweet home. It is pretty basic at the moment, but we've got plenty of storage. What, this is like more than double the amount of storage that we had in the previous episode, or the previous episodes, rather. I do still need to do just a few things like, you know, swapping out a few bits and pieces when it comes to equipment and, you know, emergency rations and stuff. So we'll just quickly do that, and once we're done, yeah, we should be able to sort of sort a few other things out in different locations. Goodness me, I can hear a lot of stuff out there. I don't know if this is the safest spot for a base, but anyway, I presume, you know, even the toughest predators and stuff like that out there won't really be able to do anything to your base, although I could be very wrong. Anyway, let's stash what we don't need in terms of equipment in here. I guess the power cell can go in there as well, we just need to remember where it is. And yeah, I mean, we've got extra, you know, rations and extra food and stuff like that. We can put that there. First aid kit, that could be useful, so I might actually keep that with me. And I think that's it. I just want to double check on the sea moth though, because I feel like maybe we still have some stuff in here. No, actually, that's the stuff that I want to keep with the sea moth. Okay, so there is one last thing that I need to do at the old base, and that is to actually take down the scanner room. I think that's the last thing. But anyway, we'll head out there and figure things out. Meanwhile, we can sort of discuss what we're going to do in this episode. And I would say that we should prioritize maybe exploring the cave. That cave where we found, you know, a lot of the diamond, and I think we found those, like, mean snakes and stuff. I think they might have ruby in there as well. I can't remember exactly now, but... Oh, and it appears like we're going to need to sort out water very soon. So, just as well, we can see heaps and heaps of these guys, these bladderfish. Almost as if the game knows that we need some sustenance. I'll put that there for the time being. And once we've visited that cave, we can sort of then, you know, decide on what's next. I would say that there are places that are, you know, pretty accessible immediately to us, because we can now go up to 300 meters in depth. So there should be one or two other places that we should be able to visit. I could just grab some food. And these peepers can be pretty elusive. There we go. I'll grab another one. Another peeper, and yeah. So while we're here, we'll feed ourselves. And yeah, I feel like every time we take a trip outside, we're going to need to remember to, you know, gather up some food and a source of water as well. Let's make water first. Now this is going to be one of those episodes where if I'm a little bit silent, guys, that means I've got a nice refreshing beverage right beside me. So I'm sort of enjoying that. My own form of hydration.
Vital signs
Weekend
stabilizing.
hydration. Do I want to go with one more? Maybe I don't need to. This cooked boomerang, hopefully I just remember to eat it sometime soon. But yeah, so we did start taking down the solar panel here, so I just want to continue with that. There we go. Bit more material there. And maybe I should just double check that we don't have anything going on inside. I don't think we do.
Oxygen production offline.
Oh, actually one thing that we might have is the upgrade that we've installed. Yeah, okay. So I'll have to take that out and then I'll fit it back into the scanner room once we've replaced it. So should be able to... Attached components must be deconstructed first. Disconstructed. I guess I can go with the scanner room first, and then... Yeah, I might see what's wrong with this. Maybe it's the hatch. Maybe the hatch needs to go first. Perfect. And I've just got a lot of materials now, so let's head home. And yeah, with any luck, we might not really need to come back to our escape pod. Oh, there is one other thing here, isn't there? There's a, that vehicle, bay. There it is. So how do I disconstruct? Again, deconstruct. I promise, guys, I haven't had too many drinks today. How do I grab this? Okay, here we go. There we go. We can simply just take it. So I'll probably, you know, lay that down somewhere on the surface of the ocean near our new base. That way, if we need to make more vehicles, which guaranteed we will need to, we can do it nearby. And yes, of course, we are not going the right way, so that's the direction we need to go in. And yeah, once we're done with the scanning room, I think we should just get going into the cave. I don't know if we have enough food and stuff like that. I think we'll probably last a while before we need to come back for food. Speaking of food, maybe another thing we should play around with is constructing some of those grow beds. Because I think there was an indoor and an outdoor one, right? Like, if we do an indoor one, maybe we can start growing some of the foods that we've seen on the Rendezvous Island. That's the idea, anyway. Okay, so I probably don't need to jump in right now. I'm just gonna use the Sea Glide's lights to help us see what we're doing. And yeah, I mean, the scanning room, I don't know. Do we just do it off of this side, or I could do it like over here, for instance. That should sort of just connect up, right? Like so. Yeah, I don't know. That sort of looks odd to me. So maybe I can deconstruct this and Perhaps maybe I can get it in on this side instead. Will it have legs, though? That's a concern that I have. Okay. It doesn't seem to have legs. Can I do a hatch right next to this room? I can. Okay. Or maybe I can like just get one of these compartments, and actually that's giving us some legs. Just a little bit. But then it's actually going to make it a lot harder for us to get the sea moth in. Maybe
30 seconds.
I am sort of changing my mind all the time here, guys, but perhaps maybe we can tuck the scanner room in on this side instead. Doesn't seem like a bad plan to me. I'll bring it closer to the multi-purpose room. I think that makes a bit of sense. Oh, okay. Well, it appears that perhaps maybe the scanner room does not have legs at all. So, there you go. Anyway, I could do a hatch here, but what I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing one more multi-purpose room.
30 seconds.
And by doing that, we should have enough space for additional things that we might want to construct, including that bioreactor, which I think I mentioned that I sort of want to use that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, right. So that does get in the way of us trying to climb into the moon pool. Okay. Problems. Subnautica problems. That's okay. We do have a solution for it. We can put it on the other side of where the scanner room is, and I think that'll look nice in terms of symmetry anyway, and then it should also help us sort of jump in and out of the moon pool with the sea moth, that is. So let's drop in a hatch here. Yeah, so in hindsight, I probably didn't really need to, you know, remove the hatch before. I do need a little bit of titanium though, so I don't know if we have some in storage or if I might need to just like look for some. We might have some wrecks that'll give us some titanium. Just sitting around here. Brilliant. Okay. But I will bring the sea moth in. I know I've called it the blue moth, but I'm probably just going to refer it to the sea moth, as the sea moth rather, because yeah, that's what it is. Yes, I need titanium. Let's just make the titanium first. Perfect. And can I construct this from here? I can. Very nice. Okay, so I'm just looking at our power there. It is definitely reducing, so we just need to be a little bit careful about that. I wonder if it's because we barely have enough power for... Oh, what's going on? What is going on here? What? Damage due to weak hull strength of minus 0.5. Build reinforcements or remove weak parts. Do I deconstruct that then? Oh god. I'll jump in here. Alright, that's a problem.
All systems online.
Reinforcements. Foundation? Oh, wow, okay. I could have put this down. I don't know if this is what the game is trying to tell us in terms of reinforcements, or is there something else? Right. Okay, reinforcements. We need some lithium, which I have, and I need some titanium as well, but how do I even... Alright, so this sort of just snaps onto certain sections of the build. I see, okay. I mean, I'm gonna need to grab some lithium first though, so let's sort that out. Yeah, we've got a lot of water in our base. Not ideal. That's right, I'm keeping all of it here. Lithium. So, I don't know how much reinforcing we need to do, but let's just go with one for the time being. And yeah, we'll put it here, because I don't think we're really going to connect it to anything else.
30 seconds.
Man, okay. Base building is a little bit complicated, isn't it? Right, so I sort of want the hatch to be here, right? So I assume if I put, like, reinforcements here, then I won't be able to put the hatch there. So, but can I put it here in this section? Or maybe not. What about on this side? Yes, okay. So let's build that. +7 to base hull strength. Total now 7.5. Has that resolved our issue? No. There we go. Maybe I just need to fix all of that. Oh. This locker... Ah, I see. Things are floating because I've constructed this section as well. Alright. Well... At least I've learnt from all of these mistakes now, so... I just need to make sure we fix all of these holes. I don't know how many of them there are, actually.
Hull integrity restored. Draining systems initiated. 30 seconds.
Okay. So apparently that did the trick, I think. And we're getting oxygen now, which is good. But I do have to wait for the water to recede. Just looking at all of our stuff here, so it appears that... Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff on us. I don't know if I'll be able to build the hatch without things going crazy again. but I'm gonna give it a try. -1 to base hull strength, total now 6.5. Okay. So I still have a bit more to work with. It seems like once you get a reinforcement piece, you're good to go for a little bit more. I don't know if you have to be strategic in, you know, which sections of the base you reinforce, or if it can literally be any section. But, oh, and I've totally forgotten about our boomerang there, but that's alright. I'll throw it out and I'll just have some water, I guess. Scanner room upgrade. We definitely want to just dump that in to the scanner room immediately. But yeah, as I was sort of saying before, we were panicking with our, you know, hull integrity situation there, but it seems like our power was sort of just barely holding on before it, but now we've got like 75 out of 75. I guess maybe it's because the sun is out? Possibly. Anyway, gonna need to resolve all of this stuff here, so let's go ahead and do that. So deconstruct that, and then we'll reconstruct it. I reckon we'll reconstruct it. What? Yeah, maybe we'll just do it right here. So good stuff, and I might as well swap out the battery for this. Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna have to just fetch all of this stuff. Deconstruct. And unfortunately, we don't have the space. So let me just throw a few things in here. That should... yeah, let us do that. Yeah, I suppose I can still put a locker here. I was sort of thinking, do I move it completely to a different location, but I think this is fine. Right. Now. My goodness, guys. Didn't really realize I was gonna spend this much time still, you know, faffing about. Looking after our base building. Oh yes, there's the mobile vehicle bay. I do need to just let that go outside. So yeah, looking good. Very spacious, but let's come back to it because I feel like it's been a while since we've actually had an adventure. So that's what we're going to do.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
We'll just quickly surface now, and we'll place the vehicle bay down. So, yeah, I mean, this seems good enough, and I guess when we do construct stuff, we just need to surface from our base. And we should be good. Another good thing about having the scanner room, actually, is that as long as we have one of our cameras tagged, assuming that... oh, hang on. Why do we have so many now? Okay, right. So it seems like every time you construct one of these things, you get new cameras as well. There are old cameras all the way out there somewhere. But yeah, I'll just tag camera 3. That'll be a good indication of where we need to go to get back to the base. Rather than trying to sort of orient ourselves using LifePod 17 all the time. Yeah. So, immediately I already know that we're going to have a food and beverage problem, so I'm gonna head for the starting area just to get that stuff sorted. Yeah, again, I don't know about our base's location, to be really honest, guys. We might have to move again, because, yeah, it just seems so difficult to find food and drink. So, I don't know if I really want to have to return every single time, you know? And water especially is a bit of a problem. So I want to try and top up water especially. Just need to find the camera. There we go. So we'll return back. We're just gonna, you know, convert all of the bladderfish into water. We'll have some drinks. We'll have some food. And we'll immediately make a beeline for the cave system. So yeah, the last time we were there, we sort of had trouble with the depth, but that shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
You know, if we can grow some bulbo trees, that might actually solve our water issue, right? Oh.
Warning, emergency power only.
Oh no, and I can't use the fabricator. That's not great. Nutrient blocks. Yes, that's right. We do still have the nutrient blocks on us. That's really emergency stuff. The cured peepers I can eat if we really need to. But I think maybe we might be done with the caves by the time we really need to eat. I mean, I'm hoping that's the case. So we're gonna have to wait until, you know, daybreak again. But that's okay. Yeah, let's explore. Let me just very quickly drop that, because I don't need that. And yeah, everything else I think we should still bring. I'm gonna just chuck the... Ow. That's those fish again. Got full health, and I do have a first aid kit, just in case. But yeah, let's try and look around a little bit more than we did last time. Oh, this is actually a completely different entry point to when we were here last time, so... Yeah, I know there is another exit out that way. Yeah, that way. No, actually, that's a different objective altogether. I know there's a Dagazi proposed habitat, right? Which should be not so far away, I think. So yeah, either this one or this one. Again, I'm switching them on and off just because sometimes I feel like there's a bit of an issue with things actually appearing. 300 or so meters that way. I don't know if these things can attack us while we're in the Seamoth. It seems like they might not be able to get to us, so... the Seamoth is definitely our sanctuary in these circumstances. So yeah, there it is. Oh, hang on. Got other stuff here. Spare battery? I mean, sure. That might come in handy. I mean, most of the stuff that we end up making, like especially the tools. Oh my god, alright, there's an actual base here. I mean, it makes sense. It does say that it's a proposed habitat. What I don't like is the fact that the snake there is very, very close by. And perhaps maybe there might be some snakes on this side as well. But anyway, we should be good to go to hopefully explore everything here. Oh, not yet, I guess. Should I have made the stasis rifle before coming here? I think this is our chance. Let's go.
Integrating new PDA data.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Oh my god, alright. Sorry, I was a bit busy trying to listen to that entry there, but yeah, I really need to be careful. I guess it doesn't exactly attack the Seamoth, but it might attack it with us in there. I did touch these things, and I took quite a bit of damage. Are these things the same things that were hanging in some of the caves near our escape pod? I think they are, because I'm not really able to scan them, so... A water filtration machine? Oh my god. Are we saying that we no longer need to look for water?
New blueprint acquired.
The filtration system draws water unfit for human consumption from an external source, atomically splits it into its constituent parts, and outputs consumable liquid, water, and salts while disposing of any harmful byproduct. It can be built in any compatible habitat module, but has substantial power requirements. The Altera water filtration system, any liquid into pure, refreshing, pH-balanced water. Yes, sir, any liquid. Okay. I mean, if you gotta survive, you gotta survive, right? Just in here to grab some O2, but yeah. I am concerned about the condition of the vehicle, though. These snakes are terrifying. There's another PDA there.
Integrating new PDA data.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish. but I stare out of the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power, that the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crab snakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues.
30 seconds.
Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Just grabbing some more oxygen. That entry was quite long. Yeah, I wanted the entry to sort of finish up before picking up more PDAs, so...
Signal location uploaded to the PDA. Integrating new PDA.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than 1 kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degazi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
Alright, so I can see, I think it's like Pole Torgal. Okay, we just took a lot more damage there. I think, touching these things, yes, it does damage, but as long as you avoid any additional damage, you should recover your HP. So, yeah, just trying to be a little bit careful there. But yeah, his motives really to come to this place is to mine for resources, particularly lithium. Apparently that's what's needed for plasteel. So, yeah, purely monetary. And this Margaret Maida and Paul, obviously they've got their differences, but I don't really know if it's just the old man being stubborn, but Marguerite seems to just want to survive. That's my take, anyway. By any means.
Integrating new...
Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only Well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me. More than I can say for Father.
30
And I worked up
seconds.
the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, well, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
Yeah, that Marguerite, she sounds like a badass, actually.
Integrating new PDA data.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority
30
stopped
seconds.
at sea level.
Half a kilometer down. Okay. I guess they might be talking about, you know, some of those alien structures that we've read in the PDA. But that was a pretty decent find there. I mean, the most important thing was the water filtration system, so I'm definitely keen on trying to make that as soon as we can. One thing that I haven't really done is look around in the outside of this base. I mean, I'm a little bit afraid of getting bitten again. Stasis rifle we already have. What's this? Gold. Okay, what's that? Oh, moon pool. Okay, I mean... Oh! Oh, that was super butt clenchy. All right. Are we done here? I mean, I don't know. I think we've seen everything. I mean, that was a good find though, and now I'm really excited to find the other proposed habitat as well. Which, I mean, I don't know if it's going to be as exciting. I don't know which came first. This habitat or the other one. But, anyway. Should I hang around here a little bit more and gather more stuff? I mean... I can always build more storage for the stuff that we do find here. So, perhaps maybe it's not such a bad idea.
Calorie intake recommended.
Yeah, okay, we need more food. So we're gonna have to go back and sort out food. At least we've got stuff ready to cook. But, ooh, what is that? Oh, it's just some little mini shrooms.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah, gonna have to go soon, but... I just want to see if we can gather up some resources. Big deposits of gold that we can't really gather right now. About down here. I thought that was an opening. I know there's an opening somewhere in this area. That takes us further down. Just a little bit. Big lithium chunk there. So if we do get attacked by these snakes, it's probably better to be in the sea moth, obviously. Yeah, okay, that is just popping in. I will actually just make sure that the Degassi habitat is still showing. That way we know where to find it if we do need to find it again. Alright. I think we probably want to get ourselves out of here, as I do need to sort out some food and some water. Water I could probably just like drink right now, right? But food. I mean, in an emergency, I will eat our cured foods, but if I can avoid eating that, we'll just have some freshly cooked foods. Yeah, finding my way out, though. That's gonna be a challenge. Ooh. Yep, that's where a lot of the heat vents are. Yeah, actually, we did see this, was it the previous episode, or I can't remember exactly when. Did we actually check it already? Was there anything in here? I mean, the chest being open would suggest that I have actually been there. Yeah, I think it's just...
Emergency. Starvation imminent. Seek calorie intake immediately.
Yep. Almost there. And yeah, I don't think I'll need to eat the cured stuff. We're almost home. That was a good run, actually. I'm really happy about finding the water filter, so I'm gonna check on what's required to actually make it. And I might spend a little bit of time checking out some of the newer entries that we've got in the PDA. There we go. So, I don't know how we managed to tag that, but...
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go. We will need to fetch some more food soon, but not really a worry at the moment. stash more resources here. The diamond can go in here. We are running out of space again. So, I don't know what we're going to do in that respect. Perhaps maybe I picked up a little bit too much, but I'm thinking actually of moving the ion cubes because they're sort of a little bit more special. I think maybe they should be stashed somewhere else. And we should have a little bit of extra space here for something like, I don't know, maybe titanium. Okay, so let's have a look. I want the water filtration system. Aerogel. Aerogel. Oh, here. Gel sacks and rubies. We have one gel sack and one ruby already. So maybe I can even make the water filtration system, but if I remember correctly, the entry did say that it's quite power intensive, which means that maybe before we get that, a better idea is to get the bioreactor first. So let's check on the bioreactor. Here. Yeah, okay. This is very doable. So the wiring kit, I think that's just a couple of silver. Easy. That's all the silver that we have. Titanium and a little bit of lubricant, which we have. Oh, hang on. We do have one gel sack there, so that's good. And we need the titanium. Perfect. Alright. Time to get our hab builder out, and yeah, let's make this thing. I think I might put that like in the other room, because this room doesn't really have too much stuff going on for now. Right. It snaps to like one of the walls, so... Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. My bad, sorry, I should be doing that. Yes, that's right. Oh, okay. This needs the entire room.
A reliable power source is a critical step towards self-sufficiency. Consider keeping a photojournal of your achievements to motivate you in times of despair.
A photojournal. Okay. Here. Okay. So, I guess I just throw biodegradable stuff. Again, guys, I've only had one drink today. What's biodegradable? I mean, some of this stuff, but I sort of want to keep some of this stuff for now. Maybe I can go out and just find some more fish. One sec. Since we did grab all that silver, we should have a little bit more space. I'm gonna see if I can find some fish out there that we can throw into the bioreactor. Obviously, it's gonna be the bioreactor and the solar panels, so you know, it's not just going to be taking energy from the bioreactor. But if I just grab like a few of these fish, I don't know how quick it depletes, but at the very least we'll throw a few in there and we'll take a look. Maybe we can even throw, like, I don't know, the creep vines, maybe? because that's pretty accessible and pretty easy to get. Oh, this way. 1 second, guys. I've just had a thought here, but can I rotate the bioreactor? So it'd be nice not to have to go to the side of it every single time I want to access it. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, there we go, and throw these in. And it's active. Oh, look at that. The power is like 575 now. That's the maximum power that we have. It doesn't really tell me how long this is gonna last. I wonder if this is an indicator. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that, guys. So it could be, or I could be completely wrong. But anyway, next goal. It's a very good question. I'm just sort of looking at the timing of the episode here as well, but I feel like it might be a better idea to spend some time upgrading more gear while we're still here at the base. Since we already had a pretty good find in the proposed Degassi habitat. So I think we have the ability to make, like, improved, like, fins or something. I thought we did. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Ultra Glide fins. So we need normal fins, lithium, silicon rubber, and titanium. Silicon rubber we have one of, but we just need a little bit more. Titanium. Titanium we have plenty of. So, silicon rubber. I think we make that using the creepvine seed clusters, possibly. Perfect. Now, we just need... let's actually pin that. That might help. One titanium and just the fins, I guess, so unequip that. Nice. Alright, so I should give this a whirl. Yeah, that's equipped already, right? I suppose I'm moving a little bit faster, and then combine that with the Sea Glide. Yeah, we should be sort of flying through the environment a little bit more. Sort of just seeing if I can prepare myself for when I need to eat more. Something came up just then. Spadefish. We'll have a read of that. In fact, there's probably a few things that I haven't really read, so I should actually do that soonish. But I might grab some bladderfish if I can find some bladderfish as well. Grab some O2. Yeah, I can see why we're now given the water filtration system, because, oh god, I forgot about these guys. Can be a little bit terrifying. Alright, I've got, what, another 3 bladder fish, so that should satisfy our water need for at least the time being. I probably don't need to make it immediately, but probably need it for the next episode anyway. Right, gonna head back. I might read a couple of our new entries, and we might call it an episode there. I don't know, I feel like this episode was a little slow, especially at the very beginning, because we had to sort of sort out issues with our base. But, yeah. Now I sort of understand how that system works. Hopefully we can avoid having a repeat of the water coming into the base. Let's see here. So we have the shell plates. This variant of coral has adapted to survive in close proximity to other corals, filtering nutrients from the water and sharing them via spore-like substance, which grows around the base. No practical applications discovered. Then we've got carnivores are these little bastards. Vicious pack-hunting predator, 94% muscle, 4% connective tissue, 2% brain. Indiscriminate when hungry, almost always hungry. Specialized olfactory antenna. Employed in detection of bodily fluids in the water at impressive range. Secondary pair of eyes. Likely dedicated to detecting the peripheral movement of larger predators and hungry members of its own species. Overdeveloped tail fin. Favors outpacing and outnumbering their prey over individual maneuverability. Calculations suggest creatures up to 100 times the bider's body weight could succumb to a focused assault by a pack of 10. Assessment. Avoid packs, try not to bleed. Can we bleed in this game? Okay. What else? What else have we found? Plenty of flora, apparently, which we haven't really read. Creepvine seeds. Mature creepvine plants that have survived the predation of small herbivores produce these bioluminescent seed clusters, which may be knocked loose by currents or consumed and later deposited by predators. The embryo is surrounded by a thick oil and silicon layer, which would disperse into the ground as the outer skin deteriorated. This may provide the seedling with the nutrients it needs to survive the low light conditions on the seabed. Assessment, vital alien resource, construction applications. And then the gel sacs. These organic structures grow on cave walls. The purple sacs, which arise from the surface, contain a low density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face they encounter. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it an invaluable advanced construction material. Assessment, edible. Aerogel construction applications. Yeah, we've seen that. And yeah, we've got a few more here. I think I'll read this last one here, and then we'll sort of make a bit of water and call it an episode. But fern palms. The specimen was first identified in an artificial grow bed on the island. It is not listed in existing flora databases, so it's unclear whether or not it's native to this planet. Genetic code shares some features with other local plant life, but this may be the result of DNA transfusion rather than natural evolution. Maybe the Degassi settlers brought that particular plant to this world. Could be. Alright. Just gonna convert our water here, but yeah, not a bad episode. We found the water filtration system, which I think we might try and make in the next episode now that we've got so much power to work with. But I do need to just make sure that I guess top up the bioreactor every now and then. I'm just sort of having a look. Yeah, it's already consumed one of our fish, so that's sort of the rate that we need to, think about when we deal with that particular source of power. So, but I mean, with 500 power available to us, I think it'll take quite a while before we will actually run out of power. And surely by then we'll realize that we need to top things up. So anyway, signing out here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, dropping a like definitely helps. Otherwise, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.